what I want to talk about right now,
and
what I want to shout out is our first piece of fan art, baby. We got to shout him out. Art by Dano. Sent this into the podcast. It said, y'all, put it up. And if you can't see what it is, it's actually a drawing, a cartoon sort of version of the OK Corral shootout. And a little fun fact about me, I'm actually related to, in some way, shape, or form, the Earp family. It's you
claim to be the direct descendant.
What I claim and what is true are very different things. But what I do want to say is shouts out, knowing about, just a little bit about the podcast and a little bit about one of the people on the podcast. He didn't know, that. I mean, somehow he found out that I was related to him and sent us this. But shouts out, Art by Dano. Come check out this guy. Hit him up on Instagram, Art by Dano. His real name's Bill Whittingham. So
what's Dano all about?
Hey, Dano, fix your name, Bill. You know what I mean? But anyway, shouts out, Art by Dano.
Dano Spades.
Go check that dude out on Instagram, dude. He's going to change.
The thing is, nowadays, we don't even know if this is AI or not. This could
honestly
all be AI.
It's probably an AI picture.
No, it looks like it was drawn and all that stuff. But I mean, look at that girl's got some stuff going on. I'll flick her out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot. Is she wearing? She's got devil's wing. Never mind, that's an umbrella. Okay.
Yeah, that's an umbrella. Okay, so when you see a girl with an umbrella on, you go, oh, that's the devil in the area. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, why are you blocking from the sun? I only know one thing that needs to do that.
The devil?
Vampires.
Speaking of vampires, I just saw the movie Sinners.
Sinners.
It's about vampires.
Is it good?
Takes place in the South, so you might like it.
Ooh,
Jim Crow era.
Southern story.
Jim Crow era. You know about Jim Crow?
Yes.
Basically, it's just about like whites. You know what I mean? Like these white vampires trying to kill these black good people.
Did they make it a whole racial thing?
There's a couple of racial stuff. There's some racial stuff.
Oh, was it heavy N-word or no?
Heavy N-word from the whites? Not so much the whites. Blacks were calling each other the N-word though.
Can I be honest with you?
The men.
The only movie I've ever really seen portray that whole kind
Django?
of vibe good is, I'm going to say, Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Tarantino. I mean, does it again. It again. Tarantino does it again.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson delivers. The character he plays in that, hilarious.
They probably know that guy, you know what I mean?
That's definitely somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great movie, Django Unchained. Now, is this just a vampire version of Django Unchained?
Yeah. Yeah. Just think about it like that. Vampire version Django Unchained, a lot of violence, a lot of killing, a lot of biting people's necks. There's some sex involved.
Did they hang dong?
Someone does hang dong.
You were stoked.
No, it was a fat dude.
Oh man.
I don't really
it was a funny dong.
Funny dong. They did funny dong hang.
Yeah,
which
makes sense.
Also, I don't really want to look at penis when I'm watching a movie. I'll be so for real. I don't like when they show penis in the movie.
We went over this before, but
yeah, it's not for me. And also, it was a peeing penis. They were peeing when they showed it.
Oh man,
that's gross.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I don't even think I can. Can you recall another movie that's done this? Maybe they're innovative. They could be doing something groundbreaking.
Magic Mike, which I've never seen, but I heard.
There's a pee scene in Magic Mike?
There's a pee scene in Magic Mike. You ever seen Magic Mike? You've seen Magic Mike.
I mean, I've seen Magic Mike probably 300 times.
For why? Because you want to be like all the people in the movie? You told me you think you're McConaughey and Channing Tatum. Same time.
Sometimes when you put two guys into a blender, you get me. You know? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about all that.
Well, you get a little Tatum, you get a little... McConaughey, and then you get a little bit of my mom, and then me, you know.
I saw someone say that what you look like when you're like 20 is what you look like your parents when you're 20, and when you die, you look like your decisions. What do you think about that?
Well, what if you die at 21 in a car crash?
Which is how you lived how you look when you die is how you live your life, is what they were trying to say. Like if you look terrible at 70, you live life bad.
Terrible. I think everyone looks terrible at 70. Let's bring that number down a
little.
But
no, like
if you look terrible at 40, I'd say.
Okay, terrible 40. Yeah.
If you look just god awful at 40, you probably made some hard left turns in life.
Yeah. Some fentanyl.
I mean, what do you think is too much?
Too much what?
Like what do you think is like over the line? What do you think is like out of bounds to experience in life? Do you think people should do like ayahuasca? I'm sure you've heard of that. Ayahuasca, is that on the table for you?
I don't know about on the table. I don't
for the rest of your life, that's not on the table for you for the rest of your life.
I didn't say. When did I say no? I just said I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so then we're gonna go to like a mushroom, like a psilocybin mushroom. Would you ever even do that?
No, I have not done it yet. But I'm not saying I'm not gonna be 37.
So you're open to the idea of it.
I'm not gonna say yes right now. But if I was 37 years old, who knows what I'm gonna be thinking?
Adderall. Would you do that? Is that in your world?
I'm trying to stay off Adderall. I think I'm trying to stay off Adderall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
You just had a knee surgery, and they give you a big old fat prescription of like Norcos or some sort of like hardcore painkiller.
Okay.
Are you taking them, or are you leaving them on the shelf?
I mean, why would you not take them?
Now, have you ever? Opiates are serious now. Opiate addiction can hook you like that. Next thing you know, you're buying heroin on the street.
Is that how that works?
That's exactly how that works.
Well, I mean, hopefully I would be able to.
Fentanyl is like another version.
I feel like I've always been able to fight addiction pretty good. I drink. I'm not an alcoholic, and I drink beer quite often.
We do know someone in your family who drinks pretty hardcore, though. Yeah,
we do. We're
not gonna.
We don't gotta get into that.
We're not gonna talk about it too much, but
there's a couple of those in my family.
Watch your feet. You know what I mean? You gotta step right.
There is addiction on both sides of my family, which is tough, but
yeah, I mean that runs in. You know, I feel like most people.
A couple drug overdoses.
Can I be honest with you? I don't really love the whole addiction runs in my family thing.
You don't believe that?
I think just people like to be drunk or high or on pills or whatever. I don't think that. I don't necessarily believe that like, oh, I was born, so now I just have this affinity for alcohol or this, I have to get
an addictive personality.
I mean, ultimately, you make choices and you like the feeling of it. There isn't like a. I feel like, but it's also a slippery slope. Like if you smoke crack once, they say like crack is like one of those things that you immediately just start needing it as soon as you smoke it.
I heard that too. That's why you gotta really stay off crack. Crack is the biggest one you gotta stay away from.
Crack is like okay, no crack for me.
Yeah. Well,
hey, no thank you on the crack.
This is the crack timeout because it's called that for a reason. Crack is bad.
Well, I mean, this is ultimately we're doing a full circle moment here because what Crack Timeout is about is, the things you think about when you're sort of affected by these things in your life. You know what I mean? Maybe something in your family or whatever. But that's sort of where this comes from. So what we can keep talking about. Crack is like you want to stay away from crack. Have you ever met anyone who actually smoked crack?
I have.
What was that like?
They love crack.
They love crack. They love it. I know a couple people have smoked it, like for sure, and it's
Yeah, people who do crack, they love it. You know what I mean? They love it. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Did you know in the 80s it was very common for people to like on a cigarette to dump a little cocaine on the cigarette and smoke that?
Of course. I heard Richard Pryor put coke on his dick, fucked Pam Grier, and now she can't get pregnant, have cancer. It's messed up. You know what I mean? That's wild. That's
Pryor,
wild.
man, though.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
That's
I saw a video
crack.
of Sam Kinison the other day.
Yeah.
He did like a they did like a phone call. He was calling some dude's girlfriend who just broke up with him or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "You fucking bitch! You stupid fucking bitch!" So funny, dude. Sam Kinison's like really. If you watch it, like if you can get into it, because it's just dated, obviously, but if you can get into it, it's pretty fucking funny. He's got like that Southern preacher thing.
I think yelling is funny. I'm big into yelling.
It's what I like about it is like he has that real. If you've been to like or been around a Southern preacher, that like Sam Kinison definitely had.
Yeah.
Pulled hard from that,
Yeah, of course.
Very much so. It is. I don't know. Very funny guy. Very funny guy. What we
yesterday I went thrift shopping. You ever go thrift shopping? You like you go thrift shopping?
I've been in a thrift store. Yeah.
I feel like your closet's a thrift shop.
Yeah, I'm an openly gay man. Yeah, it is what it is.
How is thrifting gay? How is thrifting gay?
How is thrifting gay?
Yeah, I'm not
even gonna. I don't want to use the word gay, but thrifting is okay. Imagine this. I'm not even gonna call it gay, but I'm just gonna paint a picture for you.
Okay, paint a picture. That's gay.
I call you.
Thrifting by that. Paint a picture.
Ring. Jake, I'm gonna be over at your house, 12 o'clock. Hop in.
Yeah.
I pull up. I got two buddies in the back.
Okay.
Already.
Why?
Jake, come on, man. We're going to the thrift store. We're gonna go thrift shopping.
Cool.
We pull up. Put the car in park. Turn it off.
Yes.
Get out. Clunk, 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 clunk. Doors close. We're walking into the thrift shop.
Okay.
The lady working the front desk.
Next.
Fellas, there's four of y'all. Oh,
yeah.
Are you guys fucking? That's the gay part of it.
Well, I don't understand that at all.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You can't roll in with a group of your buddies into a thrift store talking about we're manly. Well, I promise you, we're not about to go.
You know what's crazy?
Frisbee golf.
You know what's crazy? I went thrifting yesterday, and I was at a thrift store, and there was a group of four, probably 19-year-olds talking, and there was a guy like, "Should I get this shirt?" And the guy's like, "It doesn't really go good with your frame. I need to see the shirt off." He goes, "Yeah, it doesn't really fit." They go, "If you worked out your pectoral muscles, it would look like a lot better." It was like a very weird conversation they were having with each other, like four boys. That's what, maybe you have a point there.
I do have a point there, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not really going to the rec league to play basketball in that car, That car's going to go get coffee afterward and then blowjobs in a park somewhere where that's appropriate.
Yeah, but I went with my cousin, and we're not like Kanye and his cousin.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
you and your I know y'all.
Yeah.
Right? I know the car y'all riding in.
Yeah.
I know how y'all pulling up.
Yeah.
I know y'all just got Starbucks.
No. Maybe has. My cousin hopped in.
He's maybe had a couple though. Huh? He's probably already had a.
He's had coffee.
Back.
He has had coffee at this point. Yes, he has had coffee at this point.
Coffee, couple coffees.
I don't drink coffee,
of them.
so I did not have coffee.
Oh.
I might have had myself maybe a little bit of a lemonade. We might have gotten some lemonade afterwards, though.
I promise you, me and my cousin ain't doing nothing weird. We just went to the thrift store and got some lemonade on the way home.
Chick-fil-A lemonade, though, which is like, that's straight lemonade. Mm-hmm. We've talked about that before. But we're at the thrift shop, and the people at the thrift shop, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying.
There are definitely people who have got that job because they want to be that person. They want to embrace the life of, oh, I'm a thrift store employee, you know?
No. People who work at the thrift shop are illegal people.
Oh my! I don't know where you're going, dog.
I don't know where you're going.
I'm talking about like American vintage stores. You see them all over the place.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking.
And then you'll have some girl in there with like 5 different earrings,
okay.
a weird fucking train hat on.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Overalls.
You think I'm talking about like a boutique
turquoise jewelry and shit.
We're at Goodwill and Salvation Army.
Okay, so you're going to where homeless people go to shop.
I'm shopping with homeless people and people with mental problems. There was a woman. I'm not lying. There was a woman who had like she had a mask on her neck and she had a small head and she kept going meow 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 meow. And I was like, whoa, this woman's crazy. And then she was like talking via cat.
Oh my god.
She definitely had a mental problem. And I got a number. That was the whole thing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, obviously.
It was the whole thing.
But no, she had a mental problem for sure, and I ignored her because she was scaring me. And then I started realizing that I was, I'm not like the most normal-looking guy. I was creeping out. I think I was creeping out a woman, by accident. Because I was trying to look at, like...
You just walk up to her like, I promise you I'm not a weirdo.
No, she was like looking in a section that was like very thin. And I also happened to be looking in, and I was trying to get around it, trying to look at the flashlights. And then, like, the flashlights are kind of like the ones that, like, you use to bury people with. I'm just like... And she walked away quick when I was messing with the flashlights. I don't know. It was weird.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
You, me, or like you and I could picture this, like you and a strange woman in some aisle somewhere. Mm-hmm. Scary scenario in her world. You know, that's a scary thing to look at you and to think maybe, what if this guy does try and do something to me?
Yeah. Also, went to 3 different thrift stores.
You could grab someone's ankles fast.
Ankle? Yeah.
That's called an ankle pick.
I could definitely be under someone's car pretty good.
Oh my god.
Car with a machete. Get the Achilles.
You've thought about that?
No, actually, my friend who's a girl, she used to be like she would what?
Oh, okay, I don't know this. You may not fuck with this, but dude, my car,
Yeah.
I've been really wanting to get a new car, something fun to drive, something more fun to drive, right? Mm-hmm. And what I've done now is I'm gonna make my car cool, and what I've been doing is using AI to make my car basically like an off-road vehicle.
What does that mean?
Like I've been using it to AI generate the image of an off-road
of
version
what it would look like
of my car. And then I'm going to use that to like cut the bumpers off and lift it up a little bit and put some off-road tires. It's going to be sick, dude.
Bro, like
2016 Ford Fusion is going to be off-road version. It's going to be dope.
All I'm saying, like, you claim you're not white trash, but you're off-roading a Ford Focus right now, a Ford Fiesta, if you will. You're off-roading a Ford Party right now.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I could take
also,
that.
I go, Hunter, your car is dirty. He goes, it's a work car. And I go, it's a lot of Farmer Boys rappers in here.
It's a work car, man. I eat in that thing a lot.
A lot of Farmers Boys, though. You know what I mean? We should go to Farmers Boys after this, by the way.
No.
No more Farmers Boys?
I want a taco, man.
Ew.
I'm just really big. I love taco. I love like Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food.
I love Mexican foods, and I love Mexicans, the illegal ones. Just kidding.
Have you seen?
That's not how you feel.
Have you seen this thing? We're about to get into some.
Uh-oh.
We're getting into hot topics
Uh-oh.
right now, boy. Let's go.
All right.
You ready?
I'm listening.
Have you seen where this guy who got, Trump's been going kind of crazy deporting folks, right?
Of course. Like
so this one guy had a tattoo of like an autism awareness thing.
Okay.
He got deported because they thought it was like MS-13 related.
What?
So they deported him, and I guess he actually has American papers, but now he's like stuck in, I want to say Venezuela is where they come from.
What?
And I don't want to get into the weeds here on MS-13 or anything like that. I'm not disrespecting.
What is MS-13? I've never heard of MS-13. I'm like, it sounds like either a disease or it sounds like a gun.
It's a prison gang that made its way into America and is very prevalent in America.
Why is it called MS-13? What's it stand for?
I have no idea.
Motorcycle Squad 13?
I'm not even going to speculate.
Okay.
Be careful. You know what I mean? Let's be respectful here.
Okay, Mexican.
Navigating weird waters. But what I'm saying here is they got rid of the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And now, where do you stand on this? I mean, like, we got to get him back. I feel bad for the family. He's like got kids and stuff, but he was arrested with like 5 other guys who are definitely for sure
MS-13?
MS-13.
How do you get the right one?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you're rolling with them. You're in a car.
I'm going to look up what the autism awareness tattoo looks like and see if I would have gotten tricked as well. Okay, autism.
But if they're all in the same Ford Explorer, what would you do? How would you handle
So
that?
he was with them.
He was with them.
So he was hanging out with them?
In the same car as them. But I think it may have been a work situation too. Like if you and all your boys are riding to work together, are you know what I mean? You're not necessarily involved with whatever they got going on.
So they thought this was MS-13? That's dumb.
I don't know, man.
If they thought this was MS-13, they're dumb.
I don't know.
What are we doing here? That's clearly a ribbon that says my son got autism or something like that.
Look, all I saw was the video of the one. So now they've got this wife up here.
Okay.
They got the wife.
So he's a wife that's scared.
In America now, so she's now been going on sort of like this, media run, and she's doing these. She's speaking a lot.
Hey, this is so fucked up.
Send me back my baby.
I know, Trump, you got the wrong guy.
I miss that fool. Taco Tuesday, this is not the same anymore.
Oh, man.
No, man, this woman is seriously going and crying on stage to get her husband back.
Hey.
It's so sad. So fucked up. You're saying, oh man, that man's probably and they put him in a prison down there. They go into a specifically MS-13 only prison in whatever. I want to say it's Venezuela.
Hey, I can't take care of this autistic son by myself. I'm clearly joking around.
Holy shit. The autistic son. I didn't even think I said that.
Autism awareness. Why else would he have that?
Oh my! It's really sad, man. And
no, that's messed up. I mean, if I could sign a petition to get him back, I would. I think it's messed up. I'm not about
it. You don't know who you're signing a petition for. What if he actually is like some dude who's just shooting people up and shit?
I don't know why a gangster would get an autism awareness tattoo. That's kind of weird. Like Tony Soprano wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
No, he wouldn't.
So I think I honestly they should try to get him back. He looked. I saw the picture of him. I mean, it went away, but he looked like a guy that I could beat up. He wasn't a big dude. You know what I mean?
What have you been watching? What's your TV? What's been your go-tos on? Like, what do you do? When you go home? Are you just straight scrolling? Are you doing scrolling beyond?
No. I get home. What I've been watching right now, which is not interesting to the people, but I've been watching the NHL playoffs, which is not interesting to the people.
Who's your favorite team, though?
Colorado Avalanche. I bought a jersey for $130. It should be coming in Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's one move that I say always looks good. If you're like the guy at the bar wearing a hockey jersey, normally pulls.
Also, hockey jersey, it's not meant to be like a race thing, but it's a safe sport jersey to wear. Because, I can't really rock like who's the Raiders' biggest rival?
You know what I've been really wanting
to do? The Chiefs. So I don't want to get stabbed.
Yeah.
A lot of red, too.
Football gets weird because a lot of people take football really seriously.
Yeah, they'll kill over
it. A Dennis Rodman 95 Bulls jersey.
That's cool.
That's what I want.
That's cool, yeah.
Stripes or
if you get a classic of a legend, you usually won't get stabbed.
Yeah, you got to be careful though, because like they're all red or something. You might get.
Yeah, but no. If you wear a classic Jordan, most people will go Jordan. Or if you wear a classic Kobe or a Johnson or Bird, you're usually chilling. People won't. Yeah. But if you wear like a Jason Tatum, a modern day player, it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you over that. You know what I mean? People will kill over sports. That's facts.
People do.
Because here's always my mentality. Let's say I'm walking down the street by myself. It's night, and there's a guy. He's looking to stab. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's a guy looking to stab, and he's like, I want to stab somebody. Oh, he could be good. He could be good. He sees a guy wearing a team he hates. He goes, perfect.
Perfect reason.
Stab this guy. Yeah, ruin his jersey. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like to wear jerseys. But hockey, I feel like it's safe because I feel like no one watches hockey.
Yeah, not a lot. Unless you're in Canada.
And I never go to Canada because I don't want to suck a dick tomorrow. So I'm not going to go.
Canadians suck, yeah.
Yeah.
I have been watching a lot of I've really been getting into the whole survival kind of just world.
You're wearing a camo shirt right now, and you're wearing no socks.
I'm trying to get more in touch with my primal side, if you will.
You taking horny goat weed?
No, I'm not doing no weird supplements. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying I'm trying to learn more about like how to tie a good knot, start a fire with no lighter, right? Those kind of simple things.
Yeah.
How to like do a little bit of simple first aid. You fall down. We've been hiking a lot. I went to Joshua Tree. That was really fun.
Would you hike up a Joshua Tree? I've been there.
Dude, we just climbed up a bunch of like mountains. It was really fun. Like the rock mountains out there. It's really fun. Like a good, nice day. Wasn't too hot. But I've been trying to like watch more. So I'm watching this, right? And it's like one of these fucking Primal Man survival. I don't know really which. It was on Hulu, I want to say.
Is your hand inside your pants as you're watching this?
No, man. Dang.
Just wondering.
Funniest intro to a show I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
What's the show called?
It's like Primal Man or something, Primal Survival Man, or making it escape
Man.
across Amazon or something like that. I don't know. I'll look it up and we'll talk about it later. Funniest intro to one of these shows I think I've ever seen.
Okay. Starts
out. He's just paddling in the middle of this just massive Amazon river. Okay. Close in shot of him.
What does he look like?
Struggling, about to... Beard, like sort of graying beard, headband on, green, cool army shirt, cargo shorts, no shoes, which is like Amazon. What are we doing?
Yeah,
put some shoes on. Cut. He's like struggling in the water, crazy scenes. He looks over, sees bees in like a beehive, and he's like, "Oi, honey!" Oi. He's
Australian.
Australian.
Okay.
Honey. I'm gonna butcher an Australian accent, but it's hilarious. So he paddles his little raft over there. He starts climbing up the tree. He's like, "With this, you just gotta go," and like you gotta starts digging his hand in. Oi, I'm getting stung, mate. And it's just bees all over his fucking head. He was trying to hack it open at first, and he's like, "The machete's not working, mate." Throws it off and just starts digging his hand into it, and is throwing just raw honey onto his raft, which is still in the water. So it's like water honey mixing together.
Ugh.
And then he's finally like, "I've had enough, mate. I've been stung too many times." And it flies off the... falls into the water, and then cut to, it's just him floating down the water, just floating on this raft, eating honey. Just like, "Oi, this is such a good natural honey, mate."
With a bunch of red in his face.
Just stung all over. Like his eyes are barely open, bro. Just swollen shut. "Oi, this honey's
What is
so
What is
good."
the point of this show? I don't understand the point of this show.
His goal was to start here and make it all the way across some Amazon area.
Okay, so he starts in a spot and he's gonna trek across.
It's his whole goal is he's got to start from A to get to B, right?
Okay.
And I mean, ultimately, he had some pretty knowledgeable stuff, but the way he just went straight at the tree and like started getting stung immediately, I'm like, "Oh, so you mean to tell me this is like?" Imagine if someone watched that, followed his guidance, climbs up a tree, gets stung 30 times, and then dies because they don't have a film crew with them.
Yeah,
making sure they don't like OD on bee poison. Amazon bee poison.
That was a sad day when I found out like Man vs. Wild that he's faking all that stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, he does a trailer with him the whole time with the crew.
Yeah,
because there's a crew.
I know.
So there's a trailer with him if he ever needs it.
See, what you didn't have before Man vs. Wild, there was one my grandpa put me on.
Survivor
Man.
He had a VHS by himself. Oh, Survivor Man. Oh,
Survivor Man. Okay. He that's who you're thinking about. Okay. It was just Survivor Man. He would be out there by himself. He would set up like a camera and everything. I bet he was fake too, though, if I had to bet.
He probably had some stuff we didn't see. There's probably like something we can't see.
Bear Grylls did a whole like where he said he was in the Amazon, but was really just in Glamis.
For real?
Yeah, Bear Grylls did like a whole. They like brought in scorpions and shit.
Oh, he sucks.
I know, man.
What a lie! That's why I don't trust British people.
Brings in like a fake snake.
I bet he wasn't in the Green Beret like he claims.
No.
Oh,
I'll fight Bear Grylls right now. I'm just kidding. Bear Grylls, I don't want no squabble.
Bear Grylls, come on the pod. We'll talk. You probably have a crackhead mom you don't know about.
Grills, chill. I ain't trying to deal with all that.
Yo, I got to get back to my family. My mom wants some crack and shit. What? Bear Grylls?
So did you have any shows like that you like? Like what's your manly thing? Do you watch like Home Improvement or are you into
sports is manly to watch.
Okay, are you into old cars? Do you have any?
I used to watch the show Fast and Loud a lot.
Fast and Loud, yeah, man. Love
Richard Rollins.
Bro, that Thunderbird that they make, like the mechanic guy has his own race car Thunderbird toward one of like the last seasons. Mm-hmm. That car has been an inspiration for me for the rest of my life. I will eventually have a version
T-Bird?
of that. Yeah.
That's a girl car.
Well,
a T-Bird is a girl car.
Not when it's got 1,000 horsepower and drives like a brand new car.
Just a girl car, but
I'm a resto mod kind of guy. I don't believe in keeping it classic.
I'm also a resto mod kind of guy.
I want the old look.
Let's just talk
performance.
Let's do this. Let's rank top 5 classic cars. Like if you could have a collection, you get 5 of any car you want. What are you putting on?
Oh, okay. Any car I want.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Resto Mod 64 Impala.
Okay.
Resto Mod like 60. I want to say it's like a 68 GTO. These are the where they have the square headlights. It was on one of them. There was a purple one.
Wayne's World.
No, this is like a. It almost looks like a
66,
like a Plymouth Fury.
66.
Well, one of those.
Okay.
That GTO, and then honestly probably like the 71 Nova, 71 Nova
Over the Chevelle? Weird, but go ahead.
Yes, I want the Nova. Kind of like the shorter body look. So I'm at 3 there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly gonna do a 65 Mustang Resto Mod, hardcore
Fastback.
Resto Mod though. Like it's gonna be. I want it to be a brand new 2025
Oh,
Mustang
wow.
5.0
Okay.
with that body on it.
Okay.
And then to end it off, honestly, we're going cool truck, which I already sort of have, but like an older C10, like a 71 C10.
Yeah.
Just to like sort of cruise around, single cab.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, might even keep that old school. Carbureted motor, all that.
Yeah.
New suspension, though.
If I was ranking my 5 any car I could ever have, number 1, I need to get myself a 69 Chevelle. 69 Chevelle's got to have it.
Okay.
All right? 68 Bronco, got to have it.
Not mad.
68 Bronco, got to have it.
Okay, now are you going like today's off-road version, King shocks and all that?
I want a classic 68 Bronco, in my opinion.
Okay. That drives like shit, but go ahead.
Okay. I want a I would like a Lincoln Zephyr. You ever seen a Lincoln Zephyr?
I feel like I see
It's a 40s car. You know what I'm saying? Then I want a Nissan Skyline, what it is.
I didn't even think about going into
Yeah.
Okay. Well, were we doing classics or?
Oh, that's a classic, right? 1990s?
Technically, yeah. I'm going to say
All right, if we're not
Skyline.
counting that, then I'm going to go with a
I say that operates more of like a modern day style, though.
That's a good point. That's true. Then I'm going to go with a 68 Camaro. Got to have a Camaro. And then for my 5th car,
68 Camaro, huh?
I can't even think what I want for my 5th car. Yeah, I'll go with the Jaguar E-Type. Pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Older
Pretty sick.
Jaguar.
Yeah,
That's
it's
sick.
Pretty sick.
Okay, now let's do your top 3 sports cars. Modern day, what would you do? Sports cars go.
Okay, Nissan Skyline, R34.
So we'll go. Okay, that's where that.
All right, that's number 1. I like a good new Corvette. I think those look pretty sick. The new Corvettes look cool, and I'm gonna go with a new McLaren. There you go, sports cars.
Okay, like a 650S or something.
P1.
I'm going 911 with the wide body kit from that Asian dude.
I want a Porsche. I take it back, Porsche.
Porsche 911 wide body, like, and honestly, it could be like a 95
Mhm.
with those wide body kits. So sick.
Yes.
So sick.
Yes.
That. Honestly, I may even still go with a JDM car. Like, I think that honestly, like the newest GTR would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just awesome cars. I mean, they're not. They don't get much better than that as far as like a fun driving car.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go GTR, and then I'm gonna have to go with an American. And I know this might sound crazy, but like the most top-notch Dodge Charger or Challenger.
Yeah.
One of the Hellcat crazy. Because I mean, who the fuck wouldn't want a 1,000 horsepower car to rip around? And really, runner-up, one of their trucks, one of those Ram trucks with 1,000 horsepower would be sick too.
I'm changing my whole first list, by the way.
Oh, dude.
I want a Porsche 911, 1968, 70, whatever.
Wow, old. Okay.
1970 Porsche 911. I want a Ford Bronco again. I'm gonna go 1967 Bullitt Mustang. I'm gonna go with a 57 Bel Air, and I'm gonna go with the Bronco. That's what I want.
Bel Air, nice little oddball. Dude, my grandpa, do you know what a Nomad is?
Of course. I would love to have a Nomad in there, too.
My grandpa had a Nomad, badass, back in the day.
What, Buick Skylark is also sick. Buick Skylark is also sick.
I've been looking at, you can find them on the internet. They're, I want to say they're called Furies. Something Fury.
That is.
A Dodge Fury. It's
Pontiac
like
Fury.
It's a real small bodied car. But, a lot of people will motor swap a V8 into it, and they're pretty badass little cars after that.
Pontiac Fury, I think you're talking about. Ooh, Ford Falcons are sick, too.
I really, really want to
Mad Max
get into
car?
something. Yeah.
The Mad Max car would be sick. You should have Ford Fiesta, your Mad Max car. Mad Max car, your Ford Fiesta.
That's essentially what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, like, a 2-inch lift on it, because that's, like, what people do to put, like, big rims on it. So 24, and I'm going to put little off-road tires on there, cut the front and back bumpers off.
Yeah.
I'm going to put steel bumpers on the back and front. Ford Fusion, off-road Ford Fusion. Dog's going to be sick.
When are you going to take that thing is my question.
And then put like a light bar over the top and then a rack on top and then a tent. I'm going to do the tent mount on top. So like the fold-out tent for me and Tay so we can go camping along.
Yeah, that's that. They should have that car on the Welcome to Riverside sign. Welcome to Riverside.
That's gonna be a sick car.
I think it'll look stupid.
It's gonna look dope. People are gonna be like, "Damn, whose car is that?"
Dude, damn, whose car is that? Oh, yeah, I figured.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I think you're mad because I could literally do every aspect of that build. I can weld. I know how to do metal fabrication. I know how to draw stuff up on CAD. I mean, I know how to do just about anything to a car.
You told me you don't know how to do anything to a car.
As far as the motor goes, I can't. But suspension, I mean, that's just nuts and bolts, buddy.
I'm just thinking. Me and my friends were trying to go to Havasu, you know, for a little weekend trip.
Havasu trip. Love Havasu. Havasu is awesome.
Yeah, and so we already had like a place set up, like it's max 8 guests. Airbnb, max 8 guests. Already all good. We're at 8. My friend hits him in the group chat. He goes, "Oh, our other friend and his girlfriend also want to come." I'm like, "Okay, well it's too late."
You're such this guy too. You're very much like stuck in your ways.
I'm stuck in my ways.
You're stuck in your ways, and I know how much this offends you. So
it made me so mad. I'm like, it's too late. It's too late. And then they're like, "Oh, but you
are definitely not Jake. Go with the flow. You're not go with the flow, Jake. That's definitely not true."
This is what is kind of crazy. So we have an Airbnb.
Okay.
And Airbnb, great reviews, nice people. My friend I go, well, it's only 8 people that we can't have any more. And he goes, we'll just sneak them in. I'm like, I'm not going to ruin, I booked the Airbnb. I'm not going to ruin my rating. You know what I mean?
Oh, because that's so important to you, yeah.
That's how you get if I have a low rating, you can't get
a girlfriend, you have other people. If your rating goes bad, just get someone else to book it. It honestly gives you the best excuse to not have to put the Airbnb in your name is to get a bad rating. Trust me, bro.
Okay, well, I'm by myself. I want a good review. So my friend says, okay, well, he's a tent. He'll tent up in the driveway.
Tent up?
He'll tent up in the driveway like a homeless place.
What's his name?
I'm not going to tell you these people's names.
Just homeless Craig? What the fuck?
Craig.
Tent?
We'll call him Craig, yeah.
Bring a tent, Craig? To the Airbnb? Oh, you mean the Airbnb that I paid thousands of dollars for to be here? You're going to bring a tent, hang out in the front yard? How about no, Craig? How about sleep in your car by the river, boy?
That's what I'm saying.
It's Havasu. Don't even sleep anywhere. Just do coke the whole time.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
My fault.
The coke crash out, but that's also facts, though. It's Havasu. You
can
do coke.
He can literally just sleep like downtown and be fine.
But I'm like, see what are we, white trash?
If he wants to tent,
what is there, a Ford Fiesta cranked out in my driveway right now?
He could literally tent. Has he ever been to Havasu?
My friend, no.
So you know the channel?
Yes.
You could tent right there and be fine.
You'll fit in with all those people.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people down there probably tenting it up.
You want some coke?
Okay, not everyone out there is doing that. Havasu's.
I've been to Havasu more than you. Trust me, they're doing crack.
I've definitely experienced Havasu more than you. You may have been there more times, but I've definitely gotten to the nitty gritty of Havasu.
You don't know how scared I am of homeless people, and I would see them and I go, they're on crack.
That's what's crazy is Havasu's homeless population is probably close to none.
Are you tripping right now?
Havasu's a vacation town, bro.
I see so many people on crack when I'm out there.
You just think they're on crack because their skin's all burnt up because they've been going to Havasu for 100 years and they look like lizards.
They sleep on the street. If it's 1 million degrees, I see you camped out on some rocks, no grass out there, and you're sleeping on some rocks, you're on crack.
You're the kind of guy who sees someone with no teeth and really burnt skin and be like, oh, they're homeless. That's just someone who made bad life choices, dog.
If I see a guy with burnt up skin, no teeth, tattered up clothes, no haircut, I'm going, so where'd you get your crack?
Oh, you just assume, huh?
I do assume.
You're a racist.
This guy's white.
Havasu?
Worse. This guy's white.
The J's.
This guy was white in my scenario, by the way, just in case you were wondering. And but yeah, so I figured out. I messaged the host and I go, I was like, I said I canceled the Airbnb. You know what I mean? I scorched earth, nuked it. Like, Airbnb.
Did you really cancel the Airbnb over the?
That's what I said. I said that. I didn't do it. I said it though. I said Airbnb's canceled.
Suck, bro. Over one extra couple coming.
Two people though.
Another couple coming.
But because it turns. I was like, all right, let's look for a new place. That Airbnb's canceled. You know what I mean? I just threw it out there. I had not canceled yet, but I just wanted to see what the response was going to be. You know,
you're a dirtbag.
That's what it is. And so
it's such a scumbag move. Dude.
And so, but everybody's hyped. They're sending new Airbnbs. Everybody's getting excited. You know what I mean? But instead of canceling, I just messaged the host, and I'm like, all right. One of my friends wants to come. Him and his wife want to come. I say wife. I want them to think I'm Mormon. I feel like that makes it better.
Okay. You're booking an Airbnb in Havasu?
Yeah.
They know what you're doing in the house.
It says no parties though.
Okay, but it doesn't. Every Airbnb says no parties. But when you get back from 2:00 in the morning from your night out, you're not going to still be going a little hard. Yeah, everyone doesn't have Havasu. That's like what it's for.
I don't know. I'm just saying. But so I said my wife. I said my friend and his wife are coming. And so they said that's fine.
I've gotten into all kind of stuff. I've gotten into fist fights in Havasu. I threw a juice bottle at a diabetic dude once.
I don't believe that for a second.
I swear he was about to go down. We was in a full blown argument. One of my good friends.
So you guys were having a fight, and he was like passing out via diabetic. So you like drink some juice. We'll get into this fight.
Yeah. Well, when he gets low, when diabetics they get a little nutty.
Yes.
When their sugar goes low and they're not functioning, especially if they've been drinking, they get a little out of hand.
Yes.
So we got a little face to face. It got intense.
What were you guys mad about? What was the argument?
I don't even know. I mean, I couldn't even tell you. It was just like a drunk kind of altercation that goes too far.
Hey, man.
Right? And
what the fuck?
I'm like yelling, "You're only acting like this because you're sugar!" And I threw an apple juice at him, bro. Then it's so funny. We were
"You're right." You started sipping.
We were in an Uber heading back from the bars to our Airbnb.
Uber in Havasu? Oh man.
Late at night, right?
Yeah.
Late at night. We get out. We're having this whole fight in front of the Uber. Headlights on, just like looking at us.
And Uber going, "This is normal for Havasu."
This guy. He's like, "I'm not getting back in the car. Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Fine." So he takes off walking. I throw the juice box at him. I go get back in the car. We peel around him, and I'm like,
"Take me home, Carlos."
We get like a block down the street. I feel bad. We spin the block. We go pick him up. He gets in, slams the door. He's all mad, sipping the juice. We go back, go to bed. Everything's good in the morning. But it's just funny, man. You get into stuff out there. One time we were me and my buddy. We were like, being guys out there, whatever, and we ended up going back to a house and back to like a party,
Yeah.
But in order to get there, we rode with this girl, and she had 2 kids, right? So
yes.
There was 2 car seats in the back.
Yeah.
So it's just me and my boy, tall Matt. He's like 6'6".
Yeah.
In a car seat in the back of a Subaru, 4-door Subaru, dog. He's literally sitting like just crunched up on the roof. We're hitting bumps. The girl's like, "Are you guys comfortable?" Like, "No, bitch, obviously not. You're a bad mom. It's 3 o'clock in the morning."
No, we're not comfortable.
Yeah, it was dude, that same girl. So the girl driving us there.
Yeah.
So we get to the house party,
Mm-hmm.
having a good time. We're at the pool, whatever, blah blah blah. First, well, we're not going to go too deep. There's a openly homosexual man there at the party, right?
Okay.
And he's having a good time too, but he's getting a little mouthy.
Yeah.
He was getting a little mouthy with the girl who drove us there.
Yeah. Oh, well, what's he saying?
Just how
they have a mouth on them.
sometimes some homosexual dudes can be a little sassy. We'll say that, a little sassy.
I wish your baby daddy was here type shit.
That kind of deal,
Okay.
right? So he's throwing little puns out. This girl finally has it. So he tries to they're getting into the altercation starting in the front room. He's trying to get away from it by walking out of the front door. She follows him. He picks up some pebble rocks.
Yeah.
Turns back around at the house and throws them at her. So probably 4 pebble rocks hit her. Maybe 2 of them hit me. A couple of them hit the window. What this homosexual fella don't know is this bitch is a jiu-jitsu girl.
Oh,
a
man.
real jiu-jitsu
Put his
girl.
ass in a pretzel.
I'm talking about spears him, double leg takedown into the dirt. Dude lands on his back, slams his head back. She gets him in a choke immediately, is choking him. It's called a bulldog choke. Right up underneath the chin, on top of him, in full mount. And he's sitting there.
Not the first time he's choked.
Bro, the owner of the house,
Mm-hmm.
because it hit the glass window,
Oh, man.
he is under the influence. I'll just say that.
Uh-oh.
And he owns a construction company. He's probably every bit of 45 years old.
This is your dad.
Just a party animal. Doesn't know what to do with his life. His wife just left him this weekend. It was a whole thing.
Of course.
Comes outside, open hand, almost WWE style, smacks this dude as he's getting choked out in the front yard by this girl.
Wow.
The girl was naked the whole time.
What? This is a hot story, bro.
The girl was naked the whole time. Dude, it was crazy.
Wow.
I don't even know. It was an insane party, but yeah. Then he got asked to leave.
Was that the roommate was that the gay guy that I know, your roommate?
No.
Different guy?
This is totally different. I've never seen that dude again.
Oh,
He probably
really?
ain't even gay no more. She probably beat him straight. Choked him straight, woke up. It's like, I don't even want dick no more.
I'm trying to give now, man. Fuck.
Just wakes up. Where's the pussy?
You ever been paintball before?
Mm-hmm.
Where you go paintball?
I mean, as a kid. It was actually a big thing when I was a kid. We used to go out in the desert.
Would you like paintball with like an actual company, or just
I
like
go paint my own with my stepdad.
Or
We'd go out into like a field. And we had like a group text of like 30 guys who'd go out there in like ghillie suits and stuff. It was
So
cool.
it wasn't, you didn't have to pay.
Well, we did go to a couple times to like these
Mountains,
courses, right?
Okay, yeah.
I've been to a couple times.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
Paintball hurts.
They do.
I'll say that when you get tagged by a paintball, I got hit in the throat one time as a kid. And I ain't gonna